Kalani, do you think you could check and communicate with the Jedi for me? See if they can dig through the archives, see if they can find anything on the Shadow. I don't really want to take us to any of the Jedi enclaves, because if the Shadow shows up, that might be bad. But there might be some obscure references somewhere.
Yes, I think I'll do that. Uh, do we have connection here to do that? Is the next question.
Yeah, the ship
To do what?
to send a communication to the Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to ask for if they have any information on dark side creature called the Shadow. Yeah.
Okay, so you contact the Jedi Temple. Okay, the person that you speak to puts you on hold when you call.
Of course.
And then a couple minutes later, you hear Master Lamar come on. Knight Starfire, I've been trying to get a hold of you.
Oh, do you have so?
Yes, what's the status of your mission? You sent us a message saying that you needed some help on Terrace, but when we went to look into matters more, it seemed you'd already left the station.
Yes, there was an incident there. Someone trying to attack us that we don't understand why she did that. But, it was it was not our fault, but political trouble, shall we say. So as soon as we could, we had to get out of there.
I see. Well, did it interfere at all with your mission? What's happened so far? Have you guys made any progress? What's Del been doing? Where are you right now?
We are in orbit above Tila. That's the right thing? That's the right name. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
We are looking for information on this shadow.
Yes, that's the dark side presence, right? That Del thinks is after everyone and trying to destroy the galaxy.
Yes, and what the Sith are after.
So he thinks there might be information about it in the Jedi Archive, so he wants us to do all his dirty work for him and go looking.
It's not just for him. But it did not it didn't seem wise for us to go to one of the Jedi enclaves with this thing uh, attached to us.
Yes. Well, I'll see what we can find. We're a little bit short-staffed here, but maybe I'll get Atris to do something about this.
Short-staffed?
You know, with the war going on and all, while you're out there gallivanting with the former ex-Jedi.
Let's just count that as out of character. 'Cause I'm confused.
Well, keep me informed of your progress. I assume I can reach you at this HoloNet signature again in the future.
Out of character, do I know our plans for whether we're staying here for how long?
Well, this is the connection, like, to the ship.
Oh,
So if he
okay.
pages the ship, so...
Okay, then yes.
Very well. I will get back to you if I hear anything from Atris.
Thank you, Master.
How long has it been since the Sith villains left?
What do you mean the Sith villains left?
The ones that were here.
You mean the ones you dumped out
No,
the
the other
airlock?
Sith villains.
Yeah.
Oh.
He didn't kill.
Dakaya and Ramai.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
He calls them all Sith villains.
Oh, you mean our friends?
It's been about 4
dear.
hours.
What's the holdup? I saw that book you gave me. Didn't have that many pages in it.
Kyrath, I'm pretty sure that was a pretty large book.
Yeah.
But I mean, technically, the book was just like an extra thing.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, out of character. I thought that was the whole point. We were given that stupid
No,
book so they
there's
could
a
figure out how
data-
to undo
there's a-
the dumb magic.
There's a data chip thing that actually has the information, and the book is a thing full of like dark side force alchemy creatures that Bakaz found.
Okay, never mind. I don't care about the book then. What about the chip thing?
did we check the book to see if it had anything in it about this shadow?
Nope.
Um. Oh man, this is out of character.
Don't worry. I asked them to send me a digital copy.
How long do we have to wait around for this?
I mean, it could be a couple days. I don't think we need to wait around though.
They should be able to contact us.
Assuming we don't get into really bad trouble.
Yeah,
Where are you guys talking about this?
I assume this is just like over the comm link or something.
Okay, Dirk says, well, before they left, we set up a secure encrypted short-range communication link, so we shouldn't leave the planet. Otherwise, we won't be able to connect with them over a secure channel, which I was under the impression we wanted all this information to remain secure.
Short range. I thought it, I mean, out of character, I thought it was going to be long range, but
Well, long range on the scale of thousands of kilometers, not
So
in
we-
the scale of millions.
interplanetary was what I was thinking, or intersolar I was thinking.
So basically, what you're saying, Dirk, is we either have to leave and come back when they were done, or just stay here.
Yep.
Well, I guess Ventuine will have to wait.
Ventuine. Oh, had you guys decide to go there?
Weren't you there for that conversation? And John was talking about the messages.
Yeah, but no one. I don't remember anyone making a decision.
Well,
Any face palms?
I think we all had wanted to go see who these people were. Obviously, well, me after we figure out exactly what the shadow is and how to deal with it, but it was intriguing.
Apparently, we need to work on our communication.
I don't care where we go as long as we can make some money off of it. After we get this
any
dealt with.
face palms again.
Yeah, I keep forgetting I can use a +1 modifier to use computer. Not really.
Hey, Ayland, want to play some Pazak?
You really want to play some Pazak, don't you?
Well, it depends. Do you have any spare credits?
Oh, that's the thing. No, I don't.
Well, Galactic Senate rules then? Or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
I guess not.
That one I'm not sure what the rules are for it, but he's gonna decline anyways.
That means it's not for money.
Alright, if you saw itching to play a little bit, we'll see what we can do.
Are we gonna crack open Paz rules? The Prazak rules?
It seems like it because Dirk wants to really play.
Del comes over to watch.
Yeah, we're gonna sit down in the engine room and play Pazak, yeah.
It's the super secret game. High stakes.
Okay, cool, because I don't know the Pazak rules and you'll have to show me where they are.
So suddenly, the docking collar breaks off of the ship, and the other ship drives away. No, just kidding. They're trolling you guys. That doesn't happen.
I was gonna say,
No, if it was really happening, he'd say, "We hear a rumble and a loud snap."
And then Del just tells Vikas to teleport the ship to Coruscant so we can go slap the Jedi Council in the face.
Okay, so Lexa, Soren, and Risk come back onto the ship.
My family is leaving and they just wanted to say goodbye.
Happy trails.
alright lass, I figured as much.
Do you make the rounds through all the rooms?
Probably just the main room.
Okay.
Yeah, Del head out if you made that announcement over comms.
Yeah, I figured Dirk wanted to go into the main room rather than sit here in the engine room and play a little Pazak. It's like, okay.
No, it's a super secret sketch game of Pazak.
Yeah, Aelin would then be very suspicious of any intent of playing Pazak right now.
He wants your sniper.
He wants me sniper. He cannot have me sniper rifle.
He probably can't shoot your sniper rifle either.
Does it make it any less enticing?
This is true. It is I believe it's worth like 2,000 credits, so...
Ow.
Yeah, it's 2K. It's not necessarily the fact that it's worth so much, it's the fact that when I use it, I get like disgusting amounts of damage bonus modifiers to it.
Yeah. Like, I probably couldn't replace my weapon, but out of character, I wouldn't care if I lost it. in character, it's a whole other story.
Well, anyone who comes to say farewell, they'll say that it was a pleasure to meet all of you.
May the force be with you.
Soren smiles. Thank you. And with you as well.
I wish you well on your travels.
When Kalani comes in, she also repeats to that. Why is my brain not working?
Well, best of luck in helping out whoever it is you're helping out now, and stay out of trouble. We're counting on all of you to keep Lexa safe.
We'll do what we can, lad.
Indeed.
Okay, so they head back to their ship. Before they leave, Riss says to you, Lexa, you know how to get a hold of us. Stay in touch.
I will. I promise.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Keep Soren safe.
I will. So the ships disconnect from each other, and anyone in the cockpit can see that they quickly fly to the edge of the system and then jump to hyperspace.
I'd probably be on the cut just to make sure.
Okay, so who's ever in the cockpit, the ship is getting hailed.
Is it just a beep or is there a audio message?
Yeah, it's just beeping.
Do you want me to get that, John?
No, I want me to stop closing the wrong tab.
That would explain why you keep logging in and out of Roll20. Oh, okay.
Alright, I'm okay. I turn the comm system on and I say, this is the Void Gullet. Who's this?
This is the Gambler. I've managed to decode the first part of the journal.
Transmit it when you're ready.
Okay, I'm setting the file now. It's quite interesting, but I haven't managed to crack it all yet.
Can you say what you've learned so far? Is it too dangerous?
What was that?
Can you say what you've learned so far from cracking it, or is such information too dangerous to be spoken over the comm?
I think it's better to just transmit the data securely.
So is this being said over comms?
It's just on the ship's communication terminal.
From the planet to the ship, not necessarily over all of our earpieces or through the ship's internal comms.
Yeah, I know. I was just confused because of where the tokens were,
Sorry.
and I probably missed a couple lines of conversation.
He's transmitting a data stream to the ship's computers.
Mm. So I assume I finished what I was doing in Kairos at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Were we notified over comms?
I didn't hear anyone notify everyone over comms.
Okay.
Did you power up the other infiltrator droid you were working on?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will tell it to remain cloaked and to stick with B0B.
So you said you've only translated part of it. Will you be able to translate the rest?
I should, but it might take me more time. What I've done so far, every entry is encoded with a separate type of code. So even though I've cracked the first one, it doesn't help me with the others.
Is that usual?
That is a lot of effort.
Well, it tells me that whoever hid this information really wanted it to be private.
Well, from what I understand, we're going to try and stay here for as long as possible to get all or as much as we can. But some things might escalate. Just keep working on it and we'll get as much as we can.
Okay, so he disconnects the call.
We should probably tell the others. But let's do it open and together. That was directed at you, John.
Fine by me.
Everyone meet in the common room. We have the first of the information your gambler decoded for us. We're going to view it together.
Copy that.
Okay, so he sent you his translation of the entire journal so far, including the part that Pakaz had already translated. But for the purposes of our imaginations, the version that Pakaz translated was really rough compared to what this actually is, because it used a lot of very just simple words and very bad grammar. So, for the purposes of our memory, should I start from the very beginning?
Yeah.
Okay, I updated it in the Decoded Journal handout if people want to follow along. Master Font suggested adding a dose of Ayashade to the mixture to combat the negative mental effects of the ritual. So far, the results have been less than impressive. No subjects have survived more than 12 hours after the procedure to date. The next entry. We finally managed to find a formulation that stabilizes the dark side energies within the host, while also allowing the host mind to remain more or less intact, although suppressed. Darth Quay theorizes that the host's mind and skills remain accessible, but Darth Fen and I disagree. The resultant rage is too powerful. So far, the subjects have been peerless in combat, but lifespan is terminally short. I succeeded in getting a subject to survive for 24 hours after the process. Containing it is difficult, but Darth Fen is capable. Although the stasis medbay has seen increased usage, I am hopeful that continued survival is feasible. A setback and a breakthrough. Subject survived for 8 days, showing remarkable adaptation throughout the process. No sign of host consciousness. However, the dark side energy started building to critical levels, and we were unable to abate them. On day 8, the energy erupted violently, destroying the creature along with Darth Quay and half the lab. Master Fan had another nerf-brained idea of creating an artifact to harness the creature's power. He thinks that it can safely siphon the excess power buildup. And now this is the new part that the gambler just translated. Master Fan finally succeeded, or so he claims. We went through the transfection ritual once again. The subject is currently on day 5. The creature is currently on day 11. Fan's artifact is a success. The extra energy of the creature is safely harnessed, allowing the host body to retain integrity. Fan was more useful to our endeavor than I ever imagined possible. The creature's energy spiked exponentially yesterday, and the artifact was unable to compensate. But when the dark side energy ripped out of the creature, it was safely absorbed into the artifact. Only Ravi was lost. We could sense the energy of our creation still present within the artifact, so we tried using it in the transfection ritual. Without further input of energy, the creature assumed control of the new host. But it seems that the exponential increase in energy allowed it to attain a new, even more deadly form. Surprisingly, it seems to have retained some learned behavior from prior to its destruction. Darth Quay may have been onto something.
Oh, great. We're the crystal
What?
now.
This does not sound good at all.
We're all dark side artifact.
Well, I don't get how we're similar to an artifact. That doesn't make any sense. I could see how it potentially attached to us, like it's using us as new hosts, but after we destroyed it once, it should have been gone. There's nothing here yet to explain how it's still hanging around us.
This is true. It doesn't make sense how it's doing that.
That could be explained by later entries in the journal.
Yeah, I'm afraid that doesn't really answer any questions we had. It just merely makes the picture slightly more bleak. It might explain why the creature looked different between our encounters.
But we've destroyed every crystal we've come across. Shouldn't that have gotten rid of its power?
Yeah, that's what we don't understand yet, is how it's still on us after we've destroyed it several times. Because here it seems that the outburst killed the hosts, but then the power was absorbed back into the crystal and they repeated the process. But right now there's no crystal for it to go into. So
And there was no host the other time.
yes, well, we'll have to see what the rest of it says.
I don't understand what it talks about in this transfection ritual. I don't know what any of that means.
Do any of us know anything? Status quo?
I'm pretty sure it's referring to some sort of ritual in which they attach this force creature to a new host to basically take over. Which also is interesting because no such ritual took place when we were there either.
Not that we know of for sure.
Out of character, the definition of the word is interesting.
What is it?
That's kind of complicated. It has to do with genetic stuff.
Yeah. We don't need a science discussion here. Dell explained it in layman's, not relevant biology terms.
Dell and
it's-
Kalani, did either one of you see the crystals that we destroyed up close for any amount of time?
They both got well, I never saw the second one, and the first one we just got destroyed pretty quickly.
I don't think any of us were around for that little one. Yes, he looks at Bexa.
She looks back at him.
I helped clean it up afterwards, I believe.
Why do you
Kalani,
ask?
did?
John?
Kalani, did you say you helped clean up the debris afterwards?
The small one, yeah. The small one? Second one? Whatever.
How similar did it appear to a lightsaber crystal?
Karath. Help.
The second one was probably more similar to a lightsaber crystal, although you didn't actually see it when it was whole.
Maybe this creature hasn't attached itself to us.
But the first one you guys all saw was definitely like a lot bigger than a lightsaber focusing crystal.
Okay, so Rakaz is going to try and sense what he sensed 2 times before in the Force on himself. Oops. That was bad the moment I did it.
Oh,
I intended to highlight the 0. I did not highlight the 0. That should be a +1, so -10.
-9.
Oh,
yeah,
+40.
-9.
Wait, so what is it actually?
32.
33. 32.
Yeah, 33.
Yeah, you can feel the dark, strange presence around all of you. Although it
Yeah.
feels a little bit more muted than it has previously.
Can I try and interact with it using the force?
Sure.
Oh no.
Or a better question would be, do I feel a mind there?
That's a good question. Please hold.
Does Feelings have a DC of 30? Can I breath?
Hmm?
Is it a DC of 30? Can I not feel it right now?
Yeah, you can't feel it.
Yeah, I knew it.
Should have added a force point.
Oh, oops, wrong thing. Yeah, you you don't feel like exactly like a single like presence like a person would have, but it feels more than just like when you look really closely, it feels more than just some sort of general dark feeling. Like,
Do I think trying to hurt it would be possible?
I don't know, do you think that?
I mean, it can't hurt to try. But do I think it'd be possible to try?
It's always possible to try.
Like, say with a...
It's possible to try breathing in space.
Like, say with a mind shard?
Yeah, you can try.
Hopefully it won't hurt.
Okay, you have to roll again.
Ah.
That's not a good roll again.
Ooh, it's a roll with disadvantage. Gotta love those.
Yep. Wait a minute. Is that disadvantage? Is the thing that gives me disadvantage a force power?
No.
Okay then.
Okay, you feel...
Yeah, I expected this.
Yeah, you had this coming.
So you feel the presence, or the, well, not the, like an individual presence, but you feel the dark side. Well, I guess it's still sort of a presence. Like, it definitely seems to react when you attack it, but then you sort of lose the ability to sense exactly what happened to it because you feel a stabbing pain shooting through your head and you take 6 damage. And there's almost like a very, like a booming, low echo in your ears.
If anyone's looking at Picasso, they see him get dizzy for a second.
And actually, everyone, you feel like a shiver go down your spine.
What was that, Picas?
That hurt.
What happened?
I tried to hurt it.
Ow.
Well, I hope you didn't make it too mad.
It's going to be a lot more mad. And
What?
because just
What?
sits down cross-legged and rests for a minute.
What are you doing, Picas?
Killing it.
What?
Can't we wait to figure out exactly what it is before we try and do that?
I don't even know what it is.
What if killing it kills us?
Well, I'm not killing what's on you guys.
Isn't it all pretty much connected?
I don't really know. Do I know? That's GM question.
Yeah, what you sense is sort of like a whole general thing around all of your auras. There doesn't really seem like discrete entities on each of you.
Doesn't that seem like enough reason to be cautious? You can't even answer that question.
Hey, whatever you did, we all felt it.
Kaz looks frustrated.
Well, I agree that the goal is to rid ourselves of this particular being. Perhaps trying to kill it without knowing all the information might be a bad idea.
I don't think we'll ever know all the information, even with those journals. But I do remember it doing this to me the last time it was fully formed, and I tried to do this to it.
This is getting frustrating. Half of us can't even fight this enemy or even feel that it's here. And the other half, no offense, but I'm not entirely certain that I'm willing to just trust you with this.
Good. The more people dealing with this, the better, so we can get this dealt with.
But that's my point. We can't.
Well, hopefully.
John, Aelin, none of us can.
Okay, because you suddenly feel dark side energy materializing around you and striking against you.
No, I don't rebuke. Let me get the roll out. Oh, I zoomed out instead. Okay, I do.
Okay, so you take 21 damage. Everyone feels just like a chill creeping into the room.
Alright, whatever you're doing, stop it. It's getting a little cold in here, and I'm not liking how the kind of cold it's getting.
I haven't done anything.
Okay, so Pakaz, you take 10 more damage.
Wait, what did I do? I don't
Mhm.
see any rolls.
That's the power. You take the damage, and then the next turn you take half that damage.
Ah,
And then if it exceeds the fortitude defense, you take half the damage again.
if the second one exceeds it.
I know, the description is so confusing on this power, it's very unclear whether you take damage 3 times or only 2 times.
I think it's 2 times automatically, and then if it exceeds the use of the force, it takes half of the half, so I think it takes a quarter. So basically it lasts longer if the use the force check is higher than the fortitude defense.
Yeah, so then basically while you stand there talking, you take 5 more damage.
John, while I agree with you that we need to end this right now, it's a situation of we don't know what we're fighting against. There's no target to shoot. There's nothing to fight right now. As you just said, we have a ghost story right now. And it's creeping me out.
Have they used Force Light since we got this thing?
I don't know, maybe.
Yes, but you weren't here. Your disembodied version of yourself did it last week and failed because you didn't roll high enough.
No, but I mean actually succeeded.
I don't think it's been before it attached to us. I think you used it effectively before it got on us.
Yeah, I think that was the last time you used Force Light effectively, was before it decided to not on us.
Well, we do know one thing for sure about this thing.
Nice.
Interesting!
When I realize what she's doing, I get really close to her.
Yeah, so everyone sees a faint glow seeming to emanate from Kalani. And it also makes the area around her feel warmer.
Dirt, come here.
And for those of you standing next to her, suddenly the ominous feeling and weird chill that you had are gone now.
I'm going to try and sense the thing again. At 20. I want to know what the interaction between this power and it.
Yeah, so when you go to try to feel it, it's much, much, much fainter than it was. Like, you can barely sense it. But it's a very strange phenomenon. It's basically like mixing oil and water. Like, wherever the light that you can sense is, like, it doesn't really seem to be interacting with the creature. The creature is like being excluded from that.
Is it still on the source of the light?
It seems like it's just at the borders of wherever her influence and power stops.
Are we all within the light?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's not hurting this thing. So it's still on us. if it had a physical location, it would still be considered on us, right?
Yeah.
I communicate this to the group.
How is that possible with her emanating light? Could it still be attached to her at least?
I don't understand it either. It's kind of like oil and water if you mix them.
And Kalani, you're very in tune with the Force right now, so you can feel you can feel sort of like what would be that you understand would be like an attack, sort of like what just happened to Pakaz, but your light shields you from it. So it's like dark tendrils are trying to like come for you from the outskirts of where your light is, but it doesn't make it all the way through.
Wait, does that mean it's safe to hurt it?